Alright, this time I'm going to be reviewing a figure that I have definitely not looked at before. It is Transformers from the Combiner Wars series. It's Blast Off from the Transformers set. I used to have a whole bunch of Transformers, but I've never really been super into the franchise. The figures are just kind of cool because they change into different stuff, and I like the whole robot theme. But I saw this set came out, and some of the characters look pretty neat. Out of this set, there are 5 characters. And again, they kind of have the whole collect and connect theme, but these guys are actually the pieces themselves. So they actually connect together to create one big character named Bruticus. So this guy is able to transform into, looks like the left arm or the right arm. Yeah, turns into the right arm, I guess. So that's pretty cool. But the character himself, he turns into like a jet or a spaceship. I think he's supposed to turn into a space shuttle. It kind of looks more like a jet to me, but whatever. The box is just a normal J card for retail purposes, and it's got the plastic bubble with the characters and accessories inside, and it also comes with a comic book that has a Hasbro exclusive cover. So I guess it's just a random Transformers comic that includes the characters somewhere in there, but they got a new cover to display that specific character on the cover of that comic book for their purpose of the series, I guess. So in the package, character looks pretty cool. He seems to be pretty well painted, just like any other Transformers figure. He's got, you know, the whole robot look, but you can tell that some parts of him, yeah, you can tell that there's transformation in there, because, you know, he's got the jet nose coming over his head and stuff. So go ahead and open him up, check him out based on quality of articulation and paint job, and also probably going to try to transform this guy. I've never really been great at transforming Transformers, so it might be a while, but I could speed up the video or something. Alright, here we go. I just want to note first that to open this character, it looks like it kind of connects to the top of the J card right here. But it also wraps around on the back, and it tapes right here and on the bottom. But it seems to have perforations, so you can try to actually just rip that piece apart. And let me try that now. I don't really care for... Yeah, so that doesn't really work. But so it looks like you just kind of have to rip it open. Fortunately, I don't really care for the box or the comic book for this particular figure. I just wanted the character, so there's the comic book right there. Comes with, that's a full color comic book. Looks pretty cool. Probably is, you know, a segment of an overarching story that I know nothing about, so not a whole lot of interest, but maybe I'll read that later. Once you pull the character out, this is the plastic that he's encased in. He comes with a piece here that looks like, is he a leg? No, he's definitely an arm. I think this is supposed to be the hand right here. Connects to the character so that it looks like there's more of a big piece there. They're actually all stuck in there with like a slightly stretchy rubber band. Not very stretchy, but it's not a twist tie. It's like a rubber piece. He comes with a little laser rifle, laser cannon weapon thing here. And hold on, I'm gonna have to... Yeah, you can kind of rip those pieces right out. See if I can do this without breaking his arm. Alright, come on. There we go. Alright, so this is the character. Blast Off. My focus on this camera is always so horrible, I'm sorry. I can't put it on autofocus or it won't look at the character, so I have to focus this stupid camera manually. I'm using a webcam C920 from Logitech. And it doesn't seem to do the greatest job. If I continue doing these, I might need to get something that's able to autofocus on its own without looking like crap. Yeah. Okay, so this character, I really like the look of him, except for his face. His face looks like it's very baby-faced. Actually, that's pretty cool. His head's like on a ball joint. I was expecting it to be on a pin joint because of the way it was shaped. It didn't. Yeah, so you can actually look up and around with this character. Transformer toys are very versatile. Even if you're not into, like, I'm not into the franchise at all, but the characters always impress me. I remember whenever I was younger, I had a Rodimus action figure that was about the same scale. The only one I've been able to find recently in stores is a Rodimus that's like in the Legends series, which is like tiny. It's like that big, and it's really lame. And I miss my old Rodimus, but I sold all my action figure, all my Transformers stuff a little while ago when I was moving houses. And at this point, I feel like I regret it, but not until this point. I really like this guy, though. Okay, so quality of articulation here. He's got a lot of ball joints. He's got a ball joint there, and that's like 100% range of motion because it's not even in a socket or anything. It's just right out there. And then he's got a 90-degree pivot right there. But he's also got a pin joint attached to it. But the pin joint only seems to go in, not out. And that probably has something to do with his transformation, to make sure that it goes a certain direction. He has no articulation there on his hand, no wrist or anything, but turning there gives him a decent amount of articulation on its own. And he is not flicking you off. It looks like there's a gun attached to his hand. And then, like a lot of Transformers toys, his hand is closed and it's perfectly round. And I guess that's to fit the round peg of the rifle, so you can just go right in there. Hold on just a second. I guess not right in there, but there it goes. Okay, so this is him with his gun. He holds that really well, definitely really well. That's never going to fall out, which is a benefit. A lot of characters I've been getting is like you fight with them forever to get the stupid gun in their hand, and then it just falls out limply and makes me sad. Alright, he's got no articulation on his... Well, nope, there it is. There is articulation on his waist. This guy just keeps surprising me. Another ball joint that is free roam right there on his leg. And he also has rotation right here. Hold on, let me focus this again. Right there. So there's a pin joint right there. And then he's got a 90-degree pivot for a knee. And then that seems to be it. Other than parts of his transformation, you start getting like flaps and crap that are going to be moving, but we'll check that out when we actually transform this guy. So both legs are like that. You have the basically rotation there, ball joint there, rotation here, 90-degree there. That's going to give you a lot of pivot range and stuff. The only thing I would say that he would be lacking in his robot form is that if you try to set him up and try to spread his legs out, there's no articulation on the feet that would allow them to plant firmly. If you want him to get into like a crouching stance or something, he's going to stand up, but the bottom of his feet are not going to be touching the table. He's going to be on the insides of his feet because those cannot rotate in any way to give him an edge. Like if you have him like that, he's still going to stand up, but his foot's going to be kind of wonky, which still looks pretty natural. Still looks good. So, all right. So now we are going to try to transform this guy, and I am surely going to have to speed up this video to show it in a way that's not going to take an hour. But it does come with this really, really long sheet that shows you how you're supposed to transform this guy. I almost just fell asleep looking at it. This is really prolonged. And I think it even advertises on a lot of these boxes that it's like, changes in 8 steps. And it's like, well, that sounds good until you look at it. And then it looks a lot worse. Okay, no, never mind. This is alright, because half of it, we're back here. This half shows changing it from a person into a jet. And this half shows turning it into a jet, into a person. So it's actually not as convoluted as I thought. So here we go. Let's get started. Whew. Alright, there it is. Looks pretty slick. Well, okay, I just noticed that there's some paint missing. That sucks. So, this thing is beautiful. I like it a lot. And there's a little bit of a smudge there on that window, if you can see it. But other than that, his paint job seems really good. Like right there, it's all like stickers and stuff. Like those are Decepticon stickers and all that jazz. And this probably needs to go out or something. Oh, there we go. That's better, I think. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I kind of liked it better that way. I'm not sure how it's supposed to be, but that looks cool. I like it like that. I want one that turns into a submarine. All right, so enough of that. So, yeah, this character's really cool. I like him a lot. I'm not confident that I'll be able to transform him back, and if I ever lose these, let's see. If I ever lose these instructions, I'm just going to be screwed. Like, this character's just going to end up in a half-transformed mess for the rest of its sad life until some 12-year-old kid shows up and shows me how it's done. But I like him. He's pretty cool. I would say that I'd be interested in collecting the whole set, but it seems like I say that about everything, and then I'd lose interest within the next week. It's kind of a description of my life. Like, hey, oh, this seems like a great thing to do. Let's do it. Never mind. Kind of how it goes. But yeah, the Bruticus guy seems cool, even though I think that I'd try to transform all the characters into their respective arm pieces and stuff, and then again I would lose interest and not even be able to do that after I collected them all, so probably won't happen. But I'm sure somebody out there will do it, and I'll live vicariously through them. And after I am done transforming him back, I will end this review. So if anybody wants to leave any comments on what characters they think I should check out next, there he is right there. Any leave a comment on characters you want me to check out next, or series, or anything. It seems like I'm just kind of getting into everything. I went from, hey, I'm going to collect Ninja Turtles action figures, to like freaking anything I see on a store shelf, and my wife hates me because I spend too much money. But I'll pick up whatever you guys say. So go ahead, leave a comment. I'll check it out, and I will make a video reviewing it. And also make sure if I missed anything in this video or previous videos, or if I talked about something that you'd like to hear more about, go ahead and leave that in the comments. I will try to respond accordingly in the next one by covering all the subjects you guys desire. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.